Imagine this: you're a single mom, exhausted from juggling two jobs, your little boy asleep on your shoulder as you wait at the airport for a delayed flight. And then suddenly, across the crowd, you see the one person you never thought you'd see again, your first love. The man who once promised you the world, and then vanished. But what you don't know is that he's no longer the boy who left, he's now a millionaire CEO. Stay with me till the end, because this story will break your heart and mend it back again, and if you feel the emotions, don't forget to like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one. Sophia, 32, sat on the hard plastic bench of the crowded airport, her head leaning back against the wall. Her son, Ayan, barely 6 years old, rested his head on her lap, his tiny arms clutching his worn-out teddy bear. Life hadn't been kind to Sophia. After her husband walked away 2 years ago, leaving her with debt and endless responsibilities, she had worked day and night just to survive. The shadows under her eyes told stories of sleepless nights, and the cracks on her hands revealed how hard she worked cleaning houses and waitressing just to afford rent and her son's school fees. Her flight was delayed, and she closed her eyes for a moment, wishing for rest. When she opened them, her heart skipped a beat. Walking out of the VIP lounge, surrounded by assistants and security, was someone she knew all too well. His walk was the same, his smile carried the same warmth, though now it was polished, sharper, as if life had carved him into someone larger than life. It was Adrian Malik, the boy she loved when she was just 18. Her first love. Her only love. Back then, they had dreamed of a life together. Adrian was the ambitious one, talking about starting his own business, about making it big. Sophia had believed in him. But one day, he left without a goodbye, chasing opportunities abroad, leaving Sophia behind with nothing but memories. And now, more than a decade later, there he was, tall in his tailored navy suit, expensive watch glinting under the airport lights, every bit the successful CEO he must have become. Sophia quickly looked away, ashamed of how she must appear, tired, worn, her clothes cheap, her son sleeping on her lap. She didn't want him to see her like this. But fate is cruel and kind at the same time. Adrian's eyes scanned the crowd, and then froze. He had seen her. He hesitated for a second, as if unsure if it was truly her. But then he walked over. Sophia? His voice was deeper now, steadier, but it carried the same softness she remembered. Her throat tightened. She forced a smile. Adrian. It's been a long time. He looked at her son, then back at her. Is he? No, she interrupted quickly. Not yours. My son. She stroked Ayan's hair, trying to hide the embarrassment in her tone. There was silence for a moment. The world around them seemed to disappear, the noise of the airport fading into the background. Finally, Adrian spoke. You look tired. Are you okay? It was such a simple question, but it broke something inside her. No one asked if she was okay anymore. She laughed softly, bitterly. I'm surviving. That's all. Adrian's chest tightened. He remembered the girl who once believed in him, who supported his wild dreams, who gave him her whole heart. And now, here she was, carrying the weight of the world alone. He wanted to ask 100 questions: what happened, where life had taken her, why she looked so fragile. But instead, he said, let me help. She shook her head immediately. No, Adrian. You don't understand. People don't just help for free. I've learned that. I can't accept anything from you. But he wouldn't give up. Over the next hours, as they waited for their flights, he sat with her, talked to Ayan when he woke up, bought them food, and made the little boy laugh with stories about airplanes and traveling the world. Sophia watched them, her heart aching. Ayan hadn't laughed like that in so long. Finally, Adrian asked the question he had been holding back. Sophia, why didn't you ever call me? Or write? I waited for you. Her eyes widened. Waited? Adrian, you left. You disappeared. He looked at her with shock. No. I wrote letters. Dozens. I called your old number, but it was disconnected. I thought you moved on. Tears welled in her eyes. All those years, both of them had lived with broken hearts, thinking the other had let go. Life had played its cruelest trick, their flights were announced, and Sophia stood, gathering her things. It doesn't matter anymore. That was another life. This is mine now. She squeezed Ayan's hand. I need to take care of him. That's all that matters. But as she turned to leave, Adrian caught her hand gently. His voice trembled. Sophia, let me be part of that life. I have everything now, money, success, a name. But none of it means anything if I can't share it with someone who once believed in me when I was nothing. She looked at him, torn between pride and longing. She had built walls around her heart, afraid of being hurt again. But in Adrian's eyes, she saw the boy she once loved, and the man who had never truly let her go. The next few weeks changed everything. Adrian stayed in touch, visiting Sophia and Ayan, showing up at her work just to make sure she ate lunch, helping Ayan with his homework, making them laugh. Slowly, the walls Sophia built began to crumble. She realized that maybe, just maybe, life was giving her a second chance at happiness. Months later, standing in the same airport where they reunited, Sophia held Ayan's hand as Adrian took the mic at a press conference. He introduced her and her son to the world, not as someone he pitied, but as the family he had always been searching for. Tears rolled down Sophia's cheeks. For the first time in years, she felt seen, valued, and loved, and as the cameras flashed, Adrian whispered in her ear, I don't care about the millions, Sophia. You're my home. You always were. The story of a struggling single mom and her long-lost first love had come full circle. Pain had turned into healing, loneliness into love, and broken dreams into new beginnings. So, if this story touched your heart, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and subscribe to this channel for more emotional and inspiring stories that remind us all, it's never too late to find your way back home.